Guys. Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what your final project is going to be for this class. So you are going to be studying modern European history. So technically the exam ends in 2001, but I think it's important to kind of see the fallout of all of the things we've been talking about in class. So this is what we're going to spend the final week of class on. So you should have a rubric that looks a little bit like this. I'm not going to hit everything that's on here, so make sure you read this really carefully and in detail because I want to make sure that you understand exactly what I'm looking for here. But I will go through the bigger parts of the project to make sure you know exactly what you need to be doing. So this is basically a three-part project: research, case study, and a presentation and class discussion. So if you have not already done so, you need to make sure that you choose a country from the sign up. It's first come, first serve. So don't come to me and say, hey, I didn't get the country I wanted. Talk to the person who got the country. I'm fine if you switch. I just need to know who. So what you're going to be doing is researching 3 current events from the country, preferably in the last 5 years. I'm flexible on that date. Like if it happened 6 years ago, that's modern enough, right? But make it no more than 10 years ago. So try to stick in that 10-year range. So you're going to research and analyze 3 current events. And what you kind of need to do with these 3 current events is find a trend in that country, right? So maybe if you're researching Greece, right, you might want to look at like economic problems in Greece in the last 5 years, or maybe you look at like one's an economic problem, but then there's a riot that's connected to the economic problem, right? So try to find a trend, something that you can kind of draw a guiding line through. Because what you're going to do after you research this is in your case study, you're going to kind of analyze these 3 current events in a short introduction. So this should be about a page long. The introduction just kind of gives a quick summary of each of the events. So kind of what the issues are and your experience with them. You need to provide kind of a guiding question that will take you through these events, and a thesis statement. So saying like, the economic problems in Greece in the last 5 years have led to major uprisings or whatever, right? So as part of your case study, you kind of have to look at the way your country is formed, and kind of this will give kind of the background of the country and what state it is in. So the background summary is all on the back of that rubric, everything you need to look at back there. So you need to look at the politics, the economics, the religious state, the population, language, culture, right? All of these things. It lists back there the kind of things that you need to do. Keep in mind, this in your case study should be written up formally, not as a like bulleted list. You need to make sections, but you can make different sections in it. It doesn't have to be one big paper. You can have like a section for politics and then write up the answers for the politics. You can have a section for economics and write up the section on that. So that's what you need to do, the background. Then you need to use the sources to kind of analyze your current events. So you should have at least, bare minimum, 6 primary or secondary sources and quotations about these events. You will need to submit a full bibliography as part of the case study. So the way I say this is you should try to find at least 2 sources for each event that you talk about, right? That's why 6 is the bare minimum. There's a reason for this. A lot of newspapers and stuff out there, which is where you're going to find a lot of these things, are pretty biased, right? So you need to find different accounts of the same event so you can kind of corroborate them a little bit. You also need to include at least 3 visual sources as part of this. So you need to, find pictures of the event. And again, 3+ should tell you 1 per event, right? So that's kind of what I am looking for here. That's the document you will submit to me. The way you are going to present this to the class, no, I'm not going to make you stand up in front of the class and present this. I want you to create a Tom Ritchie, Miss Jones style lecture video almost, in which you discuss what your nation is like. So discuss the kind of current events, basically summarize your case study, right? You'll summarize what you submit in that written document. If you're not sure how to do this, there are a couple different ways. You can have a friend film you with a camera. You can use your cell phone camera if you need to. You don't have to have like a PowerPoint or anything, so you can just do like a write-up and just kind of read from your write-up. Or you can do what I use, which is Flashback Recorder. So if you go to flashbackrecorder.com, you can download a free source. So go to download, go to Flashback Express. Pro is for purchase. Express is free. You can download it. It's really easy to use. I could figure it out. Anybody can figure it out. It'll let you record the screen as well as a picture of you. You can, do the picture of you as the full screen. But this is a really easy way to record what's on your computer if you have a webcam. So that is an option for you as well. So again, that's flashbackrecorder.com. That's my recommendation. There are plenty of others out there. That's the one that I just find to be the easiest to use. So then after your presentation video, you need to be able to lead kind of a class discussion. Doesn't have to be long, right? But if somebody has questions or if they want clarification on the event, whether it's me or some of your classmates, you need to be able to answer those questions. Remember, you're the expert on this, right? You are going to know about these events. You are probably going to talk about things that I don't even know about. Be honest, the history of Hungary in the last 15, 20 years, I don't know much about, right? I don't really know what's been going on in Hungary recently. So I may ask you some clarifying questions. You should be able to answer those questions. You've got to make sure you understand your background information. So make sure you're very familiar with your topics. So we will be doing these the last week of class. I'm not going to give you like a time limit or anything like that. I might pull you back if it gets too long, right? But this is a really great way for you guys to kind of be the teacher and kind of use all the skills that you've been learning in class in order to kind of teach us about something. So that's what this is going to be. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to hit me up on Remind or ask me in class. But I wanted to make sure you had a good background knowledge of what I'm really asking for here. So this is where I'll stop it. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and good luck on research.